Francisco. Je m'appelle Han. C'est mon ami Dan Ellis. How did I do? Okay. Thank you very much for spending your afternoon with us today to learn more about Rallyteam. I know we're probably one of the last few groups between you and the wine, so we'll keep it short and sweet for you. But before we get into our product today, I want to give a quick introduction to myself, my business partner. My name is Han Ho, and my background is computer engineering. I've spent the last 10 years in the corporate workspace designing, developing, and managing large enterprise-scale systems. Similarly, Dan Ellis, my business partner, has spent the last 12 years developing enterprise application and database systems. He's also ran his own boutique consulting company and has worked with a multitude of Global 500 startups. Now, the reason why I point out that we've been spending a lot of time in the corporate workspace is because we've noticed a lot of challenges and inefficiencies. One of the things that we noticed is that 7 out of 10 people are checked out or actively hostile towards their employers. That's scary. That means 70% of the people that you know spend half of their waking lives miserable at work. Right? And on top of that, every single year, senior management, what do they tell us? Be more collaborative, work smarter, not harder, be more innovative. They keep telling us to do all these things, but they don't really give us the tools to allow us to be innovative, to allow us to be collaborative. So that's why I decided to leave my career and to create a tool to help employees achieve this. So the challenges that I mentioned was that it's not a problem with opportunities within an organization. The challenge is that connecting these employees to the opportunities. So as an employee, I always thought, you know what, I want to learn more, I want to do more, but I didn't know what existed out in my organization. And then when I moved into a management role, I always had these opportunities, these projects that, what did I do? I either outsource or I kind of put on the back burner, hope it goes away, but it never does, right? So what we're trying to do is connect these opportunities to employees with the skills and the interest to actually want to work on them. In addition to that, there's a lot of great ideas within your organization, but all you need to do is allow your employees to run with it, right? So we want to provide employees with the infrastructure, with the framework to help develop these ideas and communicate them to the rest of the organization. So we've developed something called Rallyteam. Rallyteam is an employee-driven collaboration and innovation platform for connecting employees to new opportunities, ideas, and information within their organization. So instead of talking about it, why don't I pass it over to Dan to give us a quick little demo.
Well, with Rallyteam, we've created a very feature-rich platform, so we don't have time to go over all of the different aspects of it. But I just wanted to kind of roll you through it really quick. One thing that we really wanted to do with Rallyteam was create a distinctively consumer-like experience. People have gotten so used to using their iPads and iPhones, we wanted to bring that level of ease to using the application and the platform. So the first thing that we wanted to do was, in your sign-up process, we wanted to see if it was possible to leverage information that was already existing in the organization and social tools as well. So in particular, LinkedIn, which has become the de facto standard for people to hold their skills. So we integrate directly with LinkedIn and actually pull your profile, your skill information into the system, which is important because we're going to leverage that later to match you up with opportunities. But we also let you drive it and specify your interests. So if there's certain things that you know are of interest to you, you have the ability to drive that in your profile. And so instead of these top-down style HR systems, which have been so common in the past, we want to bring it back down to the employee level where they have the ability to decide their profile, their interests, and guide the direction of their career. And we think that's going to lead to a much higher level of engagement with the system. You can also declare your interest by participating in certain groups. So if I know that I'm interested in trading or finance or some other aspect of my organization, this is my opportunity to express my interest in that. And these groups become like a mini community where I can see other people that are in the community, I can look at opportunities that are there, but also we track metrics with that particular group. So the idea is we want to measure the value of that group, both in terms of hours gained through the different actions and participation and opportunities, but also potential money that's been saved. This is the heart of the system. This is the open market that we've created for work opportunities. So a use case might be your team has some 3-4 hour unit of work that maybe it has to happen over 2 or 3 weeks. Well, instead of outsourcing that or going external to your organization, which can cost a lot of time and money, We want you to push that opportunity to our internal marketplace where we can match you up with employees that are willing and able to do that work. And so it becomes about people helping people in the organization. It turns out that's good for morale and it's good for engagement, and it's what people want. So in here I can see Tanya, she's an executive team leader, and for this particular opportunity she's already got 4 people helping her. And the other thing that's important is to have measurable ROI. We think this is something that really differentiates us from our competitors. Typically, they're very social-based tools. I've heard them compared to being bad versions of Facebook for the organization. We don't want to do that. Instead, we actually want to have metrics that are important. Dollars saved, hours earned, but also opportunities completed, how many are available and in the marketplace. And also the concept of community metrics. What's happening? Is it a growing community? Is it an active community? We want you to know and be able to have some visibility to what's happening with Rallyteam at your organization. And also props. This is very important. Recognition. The old model was you wait till the end of the year, right? That's when you get your peer review or you get your employee review. That model doesn't work anymore, especially with the millennial age group, talking 20 to 32-year-olds. They want immediate feedback and recognition for the work that they've done. So we've created a built-in recognition system so that they help complete the opportunity. You can provide them with these rewards, which we use to leverage in several different ways. Beyond that, we can actually help you manage your opportunity as well. So we've created a mini project management system called Workspaces. And Workspaces allow you to do things like track tasks and milestones according to where your opportunity is in the pipeline.
All right, so the next feature that I want to talk about is something we call the Idea Incubator. What we're trying to do is bring a little bit of Silicon Valley startup to the corporate world, right? So it helps address the problem of, I have this great idea, now what do I do with it? What are my next steps? So what you do is, you put your idea into the incubator, it steps you through the lean startup methodology by Steve Blank, and it helps you answer a lot of the key questions that you should be addressing. For example, what's your problem that you're addressing? What's your unique value proposition? What's your cost structure? What's your revenue? And so once you start filling this out, at the same time, it reaches out to other employees within the organization and says, hey, Dan, Han's working on this initiative. It looks like you're interested in something similar to this. Would you like to join his initiative? And it gathers more people within the organization to basically join your team and help develop this idea. So once you got them to the end, you can't really see it very well here, but we'll ask you, are you ready to pitch? Right? So at that point, if you hit yes, it tries to find an executive within the organization who has funding to help sponsor your idea. So it will go out into the organization, look for somebody who is willing and interested in funding your idea and says, hey, Han's got this great idea, would you like to hear his pitch? And it sets up that pitching session. So we're trying to bring a little bit of that Silicon Valley startup to the corporate world.
So just to wrap it all back up again, I just want to share again what our vision is. Happiness is actually a big problem. It affects us outside of work, and it definitely affects us in work. And we're looking at all the things that help make employees happier. Engagement, involvement in the organization, the democratization of the workplace. That's what we're doing, and that's what Rallyteam is all about. And I can see by my orange watch that my time is up now. So I think we'll move on to a Q&A section.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent, we were that good.
Do you already have some customers, or is it still a concept?
We are a very young startup. We actually just started proper in July of this year, but we already have traction. So we are working with a large energy utility and integrated utility company here in the United States to run a structured pilot program. They're particularly interested in the innovation side, but our other features are very important to them as well, and we're currently active with them on that.
So yeah, if you're interested in a pilot program, please reach out to Dan or myself after the session. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Nice to meet you.
Oh, sorry, one more question in back.
You were mentioning at the beginning LinkedIn. Are you completely embedded on the LinkedIn platform, or is it just, let's say, a loose link?
So we are integrated with LinkedIn, but we don't sync it up every time you log in. We give you the option to allow you to sync up your profile. So when you say, yes, I'd like to simplify my profile, it'll take all the information from LinkedIn and update your Rallyteam profile.
Okay, I see. But in the project you are developing, are there some information that would be, would you need that all the information that would be on the platform would be also on LinkedIn or not?
No, it only pulls information from LinkedIn. It doesn't like send information to LinkedIn.
That's actually a feature we're exploring, because one thing we want to do is if you complete an opportunity that has certain skills tagged to it, we want to have the ability for you to add those to your profile so it in effect builds it. And at some point in the future, I think we want to have that ability to push back to LinkedIn so that you can sync it two ways effectively.